Alrighty, welcome to your tutorial on how to properly cape a big game animal. So in this case, your caping will be the same with elk, antelope, any deer species, basically anything that has horns or antlers. This is going to work for. So what we have here is a great mule deer buck. So the first thing, which has already been done, this has already been taken off of the body. So all we have left is the head. The head is the most important part. So as you can see here, this is the insides. We have a dorsal cut which runs straight up the back of the animal. So this allows, so when the taxidermist goes to put the cape on a form, they stretch it out, put it over the top, on top of the form, and then the stitches will go up the back, because usually on the belly, stuff like that, it's a little easier to have hair look a little funky. So that is why we do it up the back, because there's a natural seam up the back, and it's much easier to hide your stitches and your sew line from there. So what we have here is a great buck. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to start cutting up the back of the neck here. We're cut off it right back to the skull. We're going to run this cut up straight up above between the antlers. Then we're going to veer off to both sides of the antlers, and then we're going to start cutting around and taking the hide off away from the antlers from there. Alrighty, so hopefully you can see kind of my view over my shoulder. There we have our cut line straight up the back of the neck here. So we're going to take our knife, we're going to make sure we're nice and centered. Just going to start cutting up the back like this, sliding it up. This knife is dull, but we're going to continue to route right here. We're going to veer off to the antler here, veer off to the antler here, and we'll start kind of working our way down the head from there. Okay, when it comes to the ears right here, here's the ear and where it attaches to the skull. I like to go into the meat right here, so find it, and then I just want to take off plenty of ear material, so then your taxidermist has plenty to work with. Here's the ear, cutting down inside the ear to pull the ear off like said. Here we have plenty of ear material that we can work with. So you see here we have our cut going right to the right here, this direction. Now we're going to go back to the left. So we're going to free up a little bit of this ear material like this. If you need to do some skinning, you can. Get to about right here. Start working down towards the pedicle of the deer. Right there. Right here. That. Here we got the ear. Start skinning that way. Kind of gives us a good taste of what we're looking at here. Frees up some hide. So when we get to the pedicle, right here, I find the pedicle. Right here, I go right to the very base where the hair meets the antler. And let's see, try to get this in position where you can see. Right there, right there. Make your mark, and we go right up to it right there. Start working your way around. All along the way, you're freeing up hide as you go around. Stick it nice and close to the base of the antler right here. And we will continue to peel all of this away And I'll get back to you when I get this hide away from the antlers. Alrighty, so here's what it should look like after you start caping around the horns. See, very little hair left on the bases. There's a little bit right here. That's all right, as long as you get nice and tight to the pedicle, just like that. Top of your skull cap when it's caped should look something similar to this. Kind of got a nice square edge. Some people do it to a point. I just kind of I like to do a square. I can usually cinch stuff up pretty tight when I'm stitching a hide onto a deer form. So this is what you're looking like right here. So from here, usually what I'll do is I'm going to go in from the front of the mouth. I open up the lips like this, and I'm going to start cutting at the gum line back. So I'm caping the face now backwards. So what this allows me to do, instead of just caping all the way down and getting this last, I want to make sure I get all of the gum material, all of the lip material. So right here at the gums, right here, I'll start skinning down, and I'll start skinning back. Same with up here. Start right here, start skinning back. Turn them around. Go start from the other side. There, I've got it pretty well from around the jaw. And I come down bottom of the jaw right here, and I'll start pulling away off the lower jaw, like said. Like that. So you should have something looks like this. So this lip material right here, you can see I got plenty of lip all the way around right here. So I think we did a good job there. Now we will start on the top jaw. Right to there. So you can see right here, readjust. We're to the cartilage of the nose now. So from here, I've got it skinned back pretty good. I can probably get this a little bit better, but that's not too bad. Right here, got the lips and everything come away. We're going to now move back up to the eyes. We're going to start skinning back down the head. This here is one of the most important parts of the caping process. So right here, as you can see, we have the eye right here. So I am down now to the corner of the eye. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick my finger in his eye, and if you look right here, you can just you can see my finger moving right here. So what my finger is doing is just gauging that I am getting enough material for the eye. This is the part that's most commonly screwed up when it comes to caping. So I'm right here to the eye right now. There you can see my finger better. Right there. So I stick my finger all the way in his eye. I pull out as much material as I can. I go right to the edge of the eye socket. And I'm skinning down. I'm just repeatedly putting my finger deeper and deeper until I pop out right at the eyeball right there. So if I skin flush the eyeball, I know I did a perfect job making sure I got enough material for the eye. So I keep it in, keep skinning to the eye like this. Right here, I keep going right to the eye. So there we are, to the bottom part of the eye. Get in there, cut some material, some of this eye material loose. Right here, keep pulling it out. Nice, getting a little dull. But there we are. Now I keep on skinning nice and tight to the face. I keep coming down the face of the deer. Right here we have the gland. Take all of that, stay close to the bone. And this is what the eye should look like right there. No floppy material, nothing. I skinned right to the surface of that eyeball. Sometimes you might puncture it, happens, but when you get it just right, you skin right to the base, right there, right to the surface of the eyeball. That's how you know you got a good skin. Then you can keep working down like this, working towards the nose. All right, now we have the second eye. We're to the eyeball now, the eye socket. Sticking my finger through. There's my finger, right to this surface of the eye socket. I keep adjusting my finger down, deeper and deeper into the eye material until there it is, right to the surface of the eye. And you just keep pulling material out, like said, and you keep skinning down. Like that, as you can see there, right to the surface of the eye, no material left, right to the surface. And we can continue now to keep skinning down to the nose section. Alrighty, down is kind of on the side of the face. Now we have the eye going down towards the nose. We're at the cheek right now. You can just come in, take some of this cheek material right here, like this. Stay close to the bone. You're working your way down to the nose. Stay nice and tight. Right here, we are now starting to enter where we started coming up the face right here. So my lines are almost touching inside now. Skin a little farther and they'll hit. Make your life a little easier. But let's see, we'll keep skinning. Just keep skinning down. This is what we have now. This is where we're at. Skin past the eyes. Now we're down lower part of the jaw and the nose. So the nose is the next part. So right here, for the nose, we're going to start our cut right where the bone, let's see, get a better angle, right where the bone ends on the nostrils. So right here, the nostril bones come to an end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut straight down the sides of the nostrils. So we're to the cartilage now. What I'm just going to do, I'm going to put my knife flat to the side nostril bones, and I'm going to start cutting down the cartilage to make sure that the cartilage stays with the hide. So let's see, it's just going to come off this way like this. Kind of dish it out a little bit right here. As you can see, keep all the while you're continuing to skin down the face. Right here, you should be able to see it's dished where it's dished out a little bit. Right here, I'm just gonna continue to cut flat. Eventually, I'll cut down to the end of the nose, and I will hit my cuts, of which where I came up the nostrils. Right here. Boom. And it should come off clean. Let's see, just like that right there. Nice and clean. See, I cut nice flat down the edge. This ensures that your cape will have all the nose material for a mount. Right there. So that's what it should look like when you're done. All right, and this is what you will end up with right here. So that's all skinned up now. Everything looks good on this. I got all the eye material. You can see right here I got all of the nose material. I skinned the cartilage all the way to the bone, so the taxidermist will have enough nose cartilage to be able to do the nose. And the eyes look good. Around the horns, bases look good as well. So this is what you have right there. This is the finished product. And we'll take a little closer look at the hide now. So you know. Alrighty, so this is what you'll have right here. Got your nose, plenty of nose material. Got your lips, plenty of lip material for the taxidermist. And this is what your eyes should look like. Right here. You can see all the way in. There's your eyelid there. See, all that material will be tucked in to a form when it comes time to mount your deer. All right, so here's your finished product. You have your head all caped out, nice and pretty, ready to be mounted or Euro mounted, whatever you want to do with that. Then here's your cape that has a ton of different options that you can do with this, as long as it's caped correctly. So a couple things to focus on again. The eyes are so important. Make sure you get your finger inside that eye socket, and as you're skinning, you are continuing to pull material and you're cutting right up against this eye socket. That ensures that you have all of the eyelid for tucking, because if there's no eyelids for the taxidermist to tuck, it's much more work than it's worth. It'll end up costing you in the long run. So make sure you have all those. Nose material right here. We got all the nose material. This will be for skinning out. There's a lot of folds in a nose that you have to turn when you're going to have a deer mounted or anything like that. So make sure you have all the nose, all the lips. And so that is basically the crash course of the how to cape out a deer, elk, or antelope, or anything like that. Anything with horns, sheep, same principle applies. That's basically how it's done. Good luck out there, and let me know if you get any capes.